Sir, I'm going to join through another device.
Sure, no problem. So guys, where were we in the last class? In the last class, I think we discussed about the spring force, right? I told you about, this spring force is always in the opposite direction of the extension, right? Please remember, spring force is a variable force. So I'll write it over here. Or I'll write it over here. One point you need to remember, spring force is a variable force. It is not a constant force. Huh? So whenever there is a variable force, we deal it differently. So it depends on the deformation. Linearly. So if you have the restoring force of the spring and the deformation graph, then that graph will be a straight line which is passing through origin, and the slope, please remember I'm just talking only the magnitude, and direction we know. How we do we give the direction? Direction is in the opposite direction of FR, and the slope is equals to K, which is the spring constant. So this was the only point which was left in the last class. I couldn't remind, I was not able to remind this point. But anyways, so is this clear, guys? Shall we start doing some questions on spring?
Yes, sir.
एक note और लिख लो. That note will be helpful in using it somehow. Please remember the force, the restoring force of the spring, it acts on both the ends. I'll write this point over here itself. The restoring force on the spring acts on both the ends of the spring. As an action-reaction pair. As an action-reaction pair. What do you mean by this statement? Do you remember this thing when this spring was connected to a support, and you were pulling this spring with the external force F external? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? So a restoring force developed in the opposite direction on this block, right? So this was the restoring force. This restoring force acts on this end as well. Okay, can you see this restoring force is acting on both the ends? And what is the reaction force then provided by the support? The support will provide a same force like this. So can you see the two red FRs, right? Guys, can you see these two forces, FR and this FR? Can you see both are acting at different points? So I'm talking about these two forces. They are action-reaction pairs. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So remember this thing, guys. And this thing will happen when I'll displace it from the main position. When it was in original length, there was nothing, right? But when it got displaced, then you got this force. Always remember the direction of this force is equal and opposite. Is this clear? Shall we start doing some questions
Yes, sir.
on spring? Guys, shall we start doing some questions on the spring?
Yes, sir. Let's start.
Okay. So these were the 2 points which I wanted to tell you. These 2 points will help you in solving the questions. Hai na? First of all, let's say there is a mass m which is connected to a spring k of spring constant k, and it is hanged from this particular thing, right? Now the question is, what is the extension in the spring at equilibrium after the mass has released from rest? So if I release this mass very slowly, will this string stretched, right? Yes or no, guys? If there is a mg on acting on this block, right? So basically what will happen, initially this block will try to go down because there is only one force acting initially when it is at its natural length, no extension, right? No extension, right, guys? But can you see when it is extended by, let's say, how much distance? Let's say it comes to rest at this particular position after going down a deformation of how much? Let's say x naught. So can you see at this particular point, the object will be at equilibrium, right? At this point, what will be the forces? There will be an mg acting on this object. And since the spring has deformed, will there be a restoring force on the spring? Will there be a restoring force on the spring? Are yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
there will be a restoring force Fr, which is basically equals to how much? Can you see the spring constant was k? So k into what is the deformation? X naught. So can you see x naught? X naught was in this direction. That's why the spring restoring force is in the opposite direction. So can you see over here? So the restoring force is kx naught. And can you see if I draw the free body diagram of this block, FBD of block M, will it be like mg acting in the downward direction and kx naught acting in the upward direction? Will it be like this? And this object is at rest in equilibrium, so hence kx naught is equals to mg, and from here x naught will be equals to mg by k. Is this clear? So this is your first question on spring, very easy, right? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Please write it down. You need to find out this extension only, no? What is the extension in the spring at equilibrium after the block M has been released from rest slowly? Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next question. Here we'll write a note first and then we'll write it, okay? Let's say a block of mass 5 kg is connected over here and there is a spring. And the constant is, let's say, 200 Newton per meter, right? Hello? Guys, can you see this case, guys? No. Can you see over here, there is a string involved and there is a spring involved, yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Always remember, if this would have been this, then your problem is easy then. Yes, this is the problem which we already did, the acceleration m2 minus m1 upon m1 plus m2 into g. Tension in the string is twice of k1 k. ये याद है, m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2, ये सब याद है? You remember this thing, this machine? Already we discussed about this machine, Atwood's machine, right? This thing will go down with an acceleration a, this thing will go up with an acceleration a. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, if I can convert this problem to this problem, then my problem will be solved. The question was to find out the acceleration in the spring and find out what is the extension in this thing. Okay. Now, please एक note बहुत अच्छे से दिमाग में रखना. Note. Whenever we have problems, whenever we have involving a spring directly connected on the spring, directly connected to an ideal string. So can you see in this case there is a string which is directly connected to this ideal spring, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Then the tension in the string acts as an external force to deform the spring Yes or no? So can you see over here, if I talk about this object, this is, let's say, an object over here. Yes or no? So there will be tension acting at this point, tension acting at this point, tension acting at this point, and tension acting at this point. Yes or no? So what will this tension be doing? Will this tension act as a stretching force to, external force to stretch this thing, right? Yes or no, guys? Hello? Yes,
Yes,
or no?
sir.
Will this tension act as an external force to deform the spring? So, at maximum deformation of the spring, when we talk about maximum deformation of the spring, that implies the maximum this can stretch or compress, right? So at maximum deformation of the spring, the deformation becomes constant. The deformation, when the maximum deformation becomes constant, when the blocks or when the string accelerates uniformly. So ये point बहुत important है. So when this block will be accelerating with a acceleration down, then this will be going with a acceleration. Can you see this point will be going with a acceleration up, right? Because it's the same string, right? If this is going down, then this point should come up. So this point will try to stretch the spring. This 2 kg will, the mass mg will also try to stretch the spring. So always remember, in all these cases, whenever we talk about when this thing happens at maximum deformation, when the string accelerates uniformly, the tension in the, ultimately you're gonna do this. The tension in the spring, the tension in the string becomes equal to the restoring force on the spring at this instant. We can remove the spring and replace it with just the same string, which has a tension which has the same tension as the remaining string. So basically, I told you this. So can we do this from figure 1 to figure 2 conversion? So we can convert from this to this, provided the acceleration is uniform. But now what will be the case? You know, the tension which you have drawn, that tension will be responsible for producing extension in the, that tension will be responsible for producing the extension in this. Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes.
So please note this example. You can convert this to this. Now I'll give you a question based on this. Okay? And then we'll do some more question based on the same concept. All this concept, I don't think whether your school teacher has taught you or not. I don't think so. They might have just given you FBD, some 2 or 3 problems, and FBD is over. Yes or no? ऐसा ही किया था? I know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So anyways, all these concepts are important. These are your foundations basically. Once you 11th and 12th is like, you know, very important. That is right, because both these years will serve as the common syllabus for your JEE and NEET. Acha, how many people are JEE aspirant? I never asked you this thing. How many
Me.
people are for JEE? Cyril is for JEE. Tanish is for JEE, I guess. No, Tanish is for bio, NEET, no?
Yes, sir.
And Nicolin?
Sunit.
You also
Sir,
NEET?
me, Sanya is J.
Sanya is JEE. Aman is JEE, है ना?
Aman's also neat.
Aman is also NEET. Okay. So, no, Aman has PCMB, right?
No, but he's taken for bio, I think.
अच्छा,
We
ठीक है,
saw
ठीक है, ठीक
neat
है.
question.
हाँ भाई अमन.
Yeah, you can ask him.
Yeah, exactly. Aman, what is your focus, JEE or NEET? Hello, Aman.
Sir, both.
Both. अभी चलो ठीक है, take both for instant, but at least make a clearer, clear mind till when you are in 12th grade. Okay? Because you need to focus accordingly. JEE requires accuracy and concept, and speed is not that important, but NEET requires accuracy and speed. Concept is not that important in NEET, because NEET people have direct questions. Have you ever solved a question for NEET paper? You will understand physics paper is very easy if you have read the concept well on JEE level. So obviously, so you'll find physics NEET very easy as compared to JEE NEET, right? JEE physics. So थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना इस चीज पे. Anyways, you know your priorities, so accordingly prepare for everything, है ना? My work is to
Sir, I have
teach you.
one question, sir.
हाँ.
The calculations part, right?
Yes.
How important is it for JEE exams?
In J generally they give the calculation in such a way that it can be solvable. It is solvable easily. So generally they
So what
frame
about
the
NEET?
question. NEET also. NEET may involve a little bit calculation, like some multiplication division they will do. So NEET may, that's why I'm telling NEET requires speed.
But JEE requires more concepts.
More concepts and accuracy. Whereas NEET requires accuracy plus speed. J doesn't require that much speed. It's like you have 30 questions and 1 hour time. Although you feel like this is very less time, sir, but this is enough time to do any question in J. The last year paper when JEE came, when I tried to solve it, I finished the whole paper within 40 minutes. 40 minutes, I'm telling it's like when I was writing the proper solutions. Are you getting my point? When I was not explaining anything, I was just writing the proper solutions. That's it. So I took like 40 minutes and I solved the 30 questions.
The NEET, how is it? How many?
NEET, you can just see the question and take the answer. It's like that.
There's not a lot of solving.
Not solving may involve, but calculation may be involved in NEET question because they require speed, no? So they will at least make something to make the paper harder. At least the calculation stuff they will make harder. Or they'll give
sir,
you.
If you consider, no sir, if you like compare JEE mains and this one NEET, which one is tougher in this case?
JEE mains is tougher. Dekho, I'll give you the level. NEET entrance exam is easy. JEE mains entrance exam is a little bit tougher, and JEE advanced entrance exam is basically the toughest of all, out of the all three. But once you go into the college after that, so when you go into the college in NEET, the 5 years which you spend is tougher as compared to what you will spend in JEE. Are you getting my point?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get it. No, not really.
Phir se. The college NEET exam, entrance exam is easy. The entrance exam for NEET is easy. Only you need to focus is on speed and accuracy. If your speed and accuracy is good, you will get selection in NEET. But the 5 years after that will be a nightmare. Like, you need to study a lot because there is lot to study in human, body and, whatever branch you are pursuing, anatomy, physiology, physiotherapy, whatever. I don't know. Bio sir is, more, accurate person to guide you regarding NEET and all. But JEE ke liye I can guide. JEE ke liye it's like JEE wants screen people to be, selected before only. So what they do is to basically, make the entrance exam so tough, so that at least whoever people who cracks that exam, when they go into college, they don't have that much load as compared to a NEET aspirant. As compared to a medical guy, a JEE guy will not have that much study work in college. Whereas medical students, they have a lot
Will they
of
kick the medical student out? Like once you get in a college, like even if your marks go down, do they kick people out?
No. They don't kick out. They don't kick out. They don't kick out. At least you can be sure. They can give you 80 they can give you one more chance to write the exam. If you fail continuously in that, think 1, 2, 3 times.
Not fail, like you can get basic average marks.
Please, it's like everyone can get average marks, but it's good things if if you get good marks in college.
You cannot expect average.
When you get degree, you get honors degree. In your degree, it is written BTech with honors in metallurgical engineering, science, like that. I didn't do honors. Obviously, I was not the top of my class, so I never wanted that. So, anyways, shall we give you questions now, guys? Is this concept clear? So basically, suppose if you have a machine, Atwood machine, but I connected this thing with let's say 3 kg, and I have here it is, let's say 7 kg. Okay, so there is a 7 kg and a 3 kg. Oh, why did I connect with two different strings? So the similar type of question I'm giving, there is an ideal string which is connected to a spring of spring constant 200 Newton per meter. Now the question is, find the acceleration of the block, assuming it to be constant, of blocks when extension is constant. The second thing is to find the extension in the string. For that, you will need to require the tension. Okay. So first thing first, you will consider the spring to be a. How will you solve this? We'll consider the question like 3 kg and 7 kg. So now tell me which will go down and which will go up. This will go down, this will go up. Yes or no? There is
Yes,
a
sir.
tension T acting. So this is also T, this is also T, and later on you will write this T as Kx naught. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So बस फिर बचा क्या जीवन में? It's the same problem which we already did. 7G, 3G, and you make.
Sir, I have to leave the meeting at 5:30. Is it okay?
Why? Where are you going?
Sir, I have a prefects meeting.
Prefects meeting. Oh my God, you are the prefect of your school.
So yeah.
ठीक है भाई, कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
Thank you so much, sir.
This is your first equation. This is your second equation. When you solve that, you get acceleration as what? You remember acceleration 7 minus 3 upon 7 plus 3 into g, which is basically 4 meter per second square. And I have given over here, take g as 10 meter per second square. So acceleration is this. What is the tension? 2 into m1 m2. So 7 into 3 into 10 divided by m1 plus m2, which is 7 plus 3. So 7 plus 3 and this 10 will get cancelled. 7 3s are 21 and 42 Newton. This is basically your tension in the string. After you have done this, first thing was what? Find the acceleration of the blocks. So this is the first part. And for the second part, once you have found out the tension, we know this tension is directly connected to the spring. So tension is equals to K times of X naught. That implies X naught will be equals to T by K. Yes or no? 42 divided by 200. So it is 0.21 meters, or can you see 21 centimeters? Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
So this is how you will do the problems which have springs in it. I'll give you some more problems related with the same thing. See, the spring force is instantaneous. I told you now it is instantaneous, the variable force. So with change in instant, obviously all things will start changing, right? At different instant, it will have different accelerations. Whenever you're done writing this one, just tell me. We'll do the next question.
Done.
So question, suppose there are two blocks. Please remember, guys, when the deformation is constant, then the acceleration of both the ends of the spring will be same. And a note. Either I can note. When the deformation of spring is constant, then when the deformation of the spring is constant, then only the acceleration of both ends of spring will be same. Otherwise, it will be different. Okay. So same on the same situation, I'm giving you this question. There is a block of 15 kg and there is a block of 10 kg. I am applying a force of how much? Ek second. Let me see how much is the force. 60 newtons, I guess. Yes,
So
60
can I go
newtons.
get my charger?
Sure. Please get it. Chale, please try to find it out. What is the common logic? First of all, you need to once this force will be applied, will the string be in stretched position? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? If this K is 100,000 Newton per meter, also find the extension at this instant. So guys, do this. Give me 5 minutes. First thing first, when this thing will be stretched, what will be acting on both the ends of the spring? Guys, if this will be extended a little bit, if this spring will be deformed a little bit, then what will be, guys, hello? Guys, unmute please. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir, we can.
Chalo. Find out first thing first, you'll draw the direction of, can you see when this thing will be extended, it will have certain extension, so there will be restoring force, right? And that restoring force will be
Yep.
equals to kx. So I have drawn the, and what have they given? They have given what? The acceleration of this block is how much? 2 meter per second square. Then accordingly, find the whole question, do it, and give me 2 minutes. Fatapat karo.
Sir, small doubt.
Hello guys, done? Guys, are you done?
Not yet. Not yet.
What did you do first? The only thing which we do in this chapter is to draw the free body diagram. Free body diagram of 15 kg, free body diagram of 10 kg. So FBD, if I draw for 15 kg, will it be looking like 60 Newton force is acting in this direction and FR is acting in this direction? There is a normal reaction and mg also acting, but I'm not drawing it. Is it fine? Guys, shall I draw it?
Absolutely fine.
So N1 is basically 15g and this block was accelerating 2 meter per second square. So FR, sorry, 60 minus FR is equals to 15 multiplied by M into A. So from here you can calculate FR. Can you see FR will be 60 minus 30, which is 30 Newton. So the restoring force is basically how much? 30 Newtons, right?
Yes.
When we talk about this 10 kg block, let us say if the block is accelerating with acceleration A2. Okay, can you see only there is one FR acting at both the ends? I told you that this spring force acts on both the ends, right? So there is an FR acting on this block and there is this 10g downwards and N2 upwards, and this block is going in this direction with an acceleration A2. So can you see from here N2 is basically 10g, which we don't require, and FR is equals to 10 into A2. Yes or no? And we know FR is basically 30 Newton. 30 divided by 10 is A2. Hence your A2 is 3 meter per second square. So at the instant when the acceleration of 15 kg was 2 meter per second square, this acceleration was 3 meter per second square. Are you getting my point, guys? I told you, no? Whenever there is uniform acceleration of the blocks or uniform acceleration of the strings, then only the extension will remain constant. When extension will remain constant, then how will you do the problem? And if the extension is still increasing, then can you see over here what will happen? Any doubt in this thing, guys?
No doubt, sir.
So that's it for ek aur question. I'll give you one more question, and then later on we'll do some more questions on spring and constraints. So suppose there is one block over here which is placed on a Can you see, guys? A perfect diagram looks like this. And there is a spring over here, and this is connected to 30 kg block, 40 kg block, spring constant 2400 Newton per meter. Now find the extension of the blocks, extension in the spring in the state of uniform acceleration of block. चलिए start. How will you do it? Wherever there is a string, you will assume there is a. चलिए guys, please do it fast.
Doing, sir.
Hmm.
नेट क्या अटक रहा है यार देख लेफ्ट में घर है
Guys, are you done?
हाँ
Doing,
Okay.
sir.
आ जा गया
Do it fast.
Yes.
Done, guys? So suppose, guys, this is your question. Control C, Control V. And what will you do? You'll just erase this out of existence, the spring, and replace it with a yes or no? Will you replace it with this thing? So basically I replaced it with a string. After that, what will I do? I'll draw all the forces. So sir, there will be a tension over here, a tension over here, tension over here. At the state of uniform acceleration, what will happen? The spring can be replaced with a string. So we did that. Now what to do after this? Can you make the equations now? Everyone can make the equations now, right? So same acceleration, uniform acceleration state. The first equation which will I get is 30g minus t is equals to 38. The second equation which I will get is 40 t is equals to 40. Okay. So these are the two equations which are of importance to me. Normal reaction from the table will balance the weight of this thing. I don't require that. So anyways, from here, can you see 30g is equals to 70a, and from here a will be equals to 30 multiplied by 10 divided by 70, so 30 by 7 meter per second square. That is the acceleration, and tension is basically equals to 40 times of this thing a. The 40 times of 30 by 7, which is basically 1200 divided by 7 newtons. Is this clear to you? When you got the tension, after getting tension, what will you do? This tension will be providing the extension. So tension will be equal to kx naught. Hence, 1200 divided by x naught will be equals to t by k. So 1200 divided by 7 divided by 2400, so it will be equals to 1 upon 14 meters. Or basically, you know, you can write it in centimeters as well. It should be approximately how much? 100 divided by 14 centimeters. So you can write in centimeters if you want. No big deal. Please write it down.
Ready, right?
Okay. That's it. Give me 2 minutes. Na? Hello. Done? See, these type of questions are easy. A little new concepts we are adding up. So until unless you won't revise. Achha, do you have something to practice on NLM? Wait, I'll give you NLM. Where is CC Neat J? 2 minutes, guys. What is this per parameter? What is this? The answers. These are the answers. This is the degree on section.
मेरे पीछे
6.25. हाँ जी guys, You need to do from DPP 6.2, which I am giving you over here. 11th grade online class. Guys, can you see some DPPs I may
Yes, sir.
So you need to solve these questions, by the way.
Yes, sir.
There are some subjective type questions. There are some single correct choice type questions. And if the image is not clear, you can ask, sir, this image is not clear. Although if you zoom it, you will be able to understand it. Right? What exactly is given? The question.
Sir, is this DPP thingy a book?
Yeah, DPP thingy a book, yes.
Okay. So it's in the DPP file as well?
Sir, from 6.1?
6.2, I gave you 4 DPPs. No, I gave you 3 DPPs, 6.1, 6.2 and 6.3. Oh, 6.2, 6.3. Only 2 DPPs I gave. Once you are done with that, then I will give you more. Where was
Sir,
it?
ये DPP का files है?
Yes, these are DPP files. 6.2 and 6.3 I have given. Okay?
Yeah.
Sir, can I leave the meeting?
Sure. Wait, let me check.
Thank
Is this
you
the
so much, sir.
solution of that DPP?
Sir, DPP of JE or NEE?
Both. But I think even
No, sir. Those
why
pictures
do I
from
think
which
it's
book
just
did you?
answers, I guess. No, not this one. Delete for everyone.
No.
These are just answers now. I need to check where exactly did I give. So this will be your homework, by the way. Guys, I'll be no class training sheets for NLM shortly. DPP 6.2 and 6.3. Okay. So guys, do one thing. When you'll download those DPPs now, then just rotate that some of the images are not rotated.
Okay.
Yes, guys, I made it 6.2 and 6.3. So try to do it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so these are your questions and you need to solve these questions.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है तो फिर let's do so spring is over. Okay, spring के you can find some more questions, but before that I need to do different thing as well. Write down.
Although it is true, sir. Spring is over. Now it's summer.
Oh my God.
Just kidding, sir.
Okay. Do you remember the weighing machine?
Yes.
Concept of spring balance. What is a spring balance? Suppose there is a, let's say, a hook and from this hook you have a device something like this. Have you ever seen a spring balance, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
There is basically a spring fitted inside, and there are some graduations on the top mark, and there is a movable thing which goes up or down depending upon what is the load. So there is a graduation over here. This red thing which I'm drawing is basically above. Is this clear, guys? So basically this thing moves. Okay, so what is there in this spring? There is a hook at the end of this spring balance basically. And this spring balance is whatever it can be connected to a load. Are you getting the point? So this kind of spring balance is there. Okay, so always remember, guys, whenever you have a spring balance, do you remember the spring balance measured what? The weighing machine measured what? The weighing machine measured what? Shall I write this thing? What exactly are the parts? This is basically the spring. This is the graduated markings, right? Graduated scale. graduated scale, and then there is this hook, and there is this pointer. This is the pointer which points. है ना? So what is this spring balance do basically? See, when this mass will be connected to this hook, or basically when this mass will be connected to this particular spring, then due to the weight of the block, there will be any change in the tension in the string? If I do, suppose there is just a tension in this thing, so will there be a tension in the string over here? So I told you, whenever there is cases like this, you will do what? You will consider the spring to be a. And now, what will this spring measure? What will this string measure, guys? Yes, guys. What will this string measure? The string will measure the tension. So always remember, a spring balance always measures the tension in the string in which it is connected. Okay, is this clear? How will you give the reading, guys? The reading is given by basically tension divided by G, and the reading will terms in terms of kg. Is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear, guys? That was it. That was
Yes,
that was the concept of spring balance. It was just like, I'll give you some questions also, and I'll ask you to find out the reading of the spring balance. Whenever you're done. I'll give you one question on, it's the same concept, right? It's the same concept. So in place of spring balance, if someone asks you what is the reading in the spring, so basically it's just tension divided by G. If someone asks you what is the extension in the string, so tension divided by K, right? So accordingly, problems can be solved.
So done.
Okay. So after this, try to do this question. This is the first part of the question. Let's say there is a 20 kg block. ऐसे नहीं. Suppose there is a spring balance. This box is basically the spring balance, okay? And it is connected directly to the block of mass 20 kg. Second case, I have the same block have the same spring balance, but in spite of doing that, I'll just take this support from here and then attach it to a pulley and then connect it to a block of 20 kg. है ना? Third case, there is a block over, there's a table over here. I have this same spring balance, connected with a pulley, On one side, I have placing 20 kg. On the other side also, I am placing 20 kg. Now you need to tell me, third case हो गया, and the fourth case is $20 kg, and here I'll give you 30. Yes. So now basically the question is to find where the reading of the spring will be maximum. In which case will the reading of the spring balance be maximum? Sorry. SD. Chal, do it. Basically, you need to find out the tension reading in every case. So it's just one question which comprises of 4 questions. Are you getting my point, guys? ये वाला ज्यादा चलो guys, done. Hello. Solve it. It will take time, but you need to draw the free body diagrams and every case. Take 5 minutes, no problem. But I want this question to be done. The first case is easy. What will be the reading in the first case? What will be the tension in the first case? Guys, what will be the tension in the first case? Hello? Parinita, yes? Hello? Parinita, Cyril?
Yes.
कोई तो बताओ, आंसर तो बताओ यार.
आंसर पता नहीं है सर.
Is it 200?
200 Newton is basically the tension, right? Divide the tension by the G. So will you get 20 again?
Yes, sir.
See, basically, Cyril, you need to draw the free body diagram. I told you million of times, right? Okay, for every question in NLM, you draw the free body diagram. Start with drawing the forces. Once you have drawn the forces, then follow the steps to make the equations, right? Hello? Try
Yes.
it, try it. Giving you 5 minutes. Do it now. Everyone do it. Aman, fatafat
Yes,
karo.
sir.
I want you to do, at least every 2-3 people should be done. 3 out of 4. Cyril, thoda, if you are facing some problem, then ask me the doubts, man. What happened? You are not solving any questions and all, Ashkar? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Question solve kar practice bada, because these questions are easy questions, right? I'm not giving you any hyper concepts and all.
Sir, your voice is lagging.
Your voice is cracking.
I'm telling you, I'm not giving you any tough questions and all. I'm giving you only easy questions. That's why I, constraint relations. If you remember, I told you, I will teach someday later. If I give you constraint relation, until unless your basic questions are not clear in this, then constraint relation there is no, point of doing as of now. We can do it later, when we'll study for advance and all, then we can do it. But the point is ki these types of basic questions, basic questions, if you're facing problem, then I couldn't. By the way, अब मेरे को 6.2, 6.3 I wanted within 4 days. That's the maximum time I can give you. I want your work to be sent me on WhatsApp, images. Don't do it in rough. Okay?
Yes.
Please do all the questions now, because until unless you won't be using the question, then I'm not, coming at your home and, making your hand write all the questions and all. हाथ पकड़ के करवाने वाला काम spoon feeding का काम नहीं है मेरा. I literally hate spoon feeding. So I want at least some efforts from your side. I am giving my best to cover each and every type of question which can be found. Right? But further applications you need to study. Physics, it won't be like you studied 1 and 2, only 1 and 2 will come. No, you can, 3, 4, 5, 6 can be asked as well. Are you getting my point? The concept which has been used in 1 and 2 was same which will be used in 3, 4, 5, 6. But please remember that problem may be different. Whenever you will open a new book, you'll face a new problem. So that is why we are trying to discuss maximum types. I'm trying to give you whatever concept will help you to solve the problem. Until unless you won't solve the questions, I don't expect, this thing will come miraculously to you. Right? So please do every question which we have done so far. Please do it, practice daily at home. कि हाँ भाई इसको ऐसे क्या है. We try to understand, कि this block, okay, this MJ is acting upward, this, actually MJ is acting downward, T is acting upwards and all. So you need to draw, you understand that free body diagram. Watch the recorded lectures. Why am I giving you recorded lectures? So that, it will be not a problem to you people. Right? Hello, anyways, do it. Giving you 5 minutes. Do it. 5 minutes, नहीं, 2 minutes. Done? Chalo. Which case, guys? In the first case, if you will assume it like just a string connected with a block of mass m, then here T will be acting upwards, mg will be acting downwards, and T will be equals to mg, or basically 20g, right? So here reading, if I calculate in the first case, it will be equals to 20g divided by g, and that will be only 20 kg. That's the answer for the first question. In the second question, you will assume it to be connected like this. Can you see in all the cases I'm just removing the string, right? So 20g acting downwards, T acting upward. Will there be any motion of the block? This will be at rest, right? Because that support cannot move. This will be also at rest. So in this case, tension will be equals to again 20g, and the reading will be again how much? 20g divided by g, which will be 20 kg. In the third case, when you have two strings, you will connect like this, 20, and here also 20 kg. So in this case, what you will say, attention T is acting upwards, attention T is acting upwards, and 20g downwards, 20g downwards. Will there be any movement of the block? Will there be any movement? Can you see the driving force on both the sides is equal? So there will be not a movement of this blocks, right? So here also the tension will be equals to 20g, and reading will be equals to. Are you getting my point how to do this question now? In the last question, it will be, oh, so this was not maximum, it was minimum. Minimum. So in the last question, it will be like. There will be these two pulleys again connected with a string, but one side you have 20g and another side you have 30g. So can you see this 30g will act over here and this 20g will act over here? Yes. And this tension T will act upwards, T will act upwards. But now will the system remain at rest or what? Will it be at rest or will it move? Will it accelerate? Tell me. Hello?
Sir, accelerate.
So accelerate karega, so let's accelerate this 30g downwards and accelerate this 20 kg upwards. Is this clear? So now what is the equation? T minus 20g is equals to 20a, and 30g minus T is equals to 30. When I add both of them, I get I don't want to find out A now. So let's do something. Let's multiply this equation by 3 and multiply this equation by 2. Okay? When I multiply this equation by 3 and this equation by 2, then what will happen? This equation, first one will become equation 1, equation 2. So equation 1 becomes 3t minus 60g is equals to 60a, and this will become 60g minus 2t is equals to 68. So can you see the right hand side I made it equal? When the right hand sides are equal, left hand side are over, so both equal कर दो. 5t is equals to 120 G. So T is equals to 1, 2 into 10 divided by 5. Tension कितना आएगा 240 Newton. So in this case, oh no, then the question was right. Sorry. So in this case, the tension is maximum, or the reading will be basically 240 divided by G, which is P equals to 24. Is this clear, guys? So the reading is maximum in the fourth case. Is this clear? So this is the final answer. This is where it is maximum. This is one of the questions which has been asked in J. It was easy, but it was lengthy, right? Please do it. Whenever you're done, just tell me. I think first and second part is clear, right? Just note down the third and fourth part. Guys, I'm not teaching you constraint relations as of now. And because due to that, lots of problem will be over. Lots of problem will not be able to. After this, last topic will be concept of pseudo force, then we'll start with friction. Once you will be done with DPP 6.2 and 6.3, then we'll be starting with so once you will be done with DPP 6.2 and 6.3, then I'll give you some more DPPs to come. Okay? Until unless I don't get the practice which I want from you people, I will not be able to teach you the advanced portion of this particular, and which is the main thing about this particular chapter. There is slack method is there is summation of T dot A method is there, point method is there, differential analysis there, but differential method is too complex, so that's why even I don't prefer it. So there are many things which you need to learn in this chapter, but the point is ki please, I want at least basic practice from you people. Karo, I have given you work, please do it. How many of you have solved the kinematic sheet which I sent you? Complete kinematic sheet. How many of you have solved it? And be honest with yourself. You don't need to tell me as well. You need to be honest with yourself. Ki nahi, sir ne pucha hai, so I have completed like 60 or 70% of it. So I'll complete the remaining 30%. No problem. That is fine. At least you have done 60%. Are you getting my point? But the point is ki if practice will be zero of these questions, then I won't be able to teach the advanced portion which is related with this. Are you getting my point, guys? So please, my request from all of you people is to practice those questions. At least DPP 6.2 and 6.3 which I gave for NLM, do it. Okay? Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, take care. What else is there? Chalo, we'll see you again in the next class then. Class time is over, right? Still 6 o'clock only,
Yes,
no?
sir, 3 minutes.
Yep.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, guys. So I'm done with the springs and all. So all the questions which will contain springs, you should be able to do that. Okay. Next class, I'll start with the concept of pseudo force. Once you're done with 6.2 and 6.3, then I will start with the constraint relation which I was talking. That is a little bit advanced portion. It requires deeper understanding. But first, you need to understand these basics first. Right? All of the questions which you have done till now are the basic ones. Please, you should be know how to make this. You should be knowing how to make this force equation. Is this clear? These equations, by the way, these are called as force equations. Right? But the equations which we make are basically called as force equations. So you should be able to make these force equations, and then further on we can do with the chapter now. So anyways, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you again in the next class, and please do the